Shalom. Call Haloyam La Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachakodash. Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shai, Brakatah Rachakodash, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachakodash. Shalom and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elder bishops and the elders in the Akim and the Akwath of the hopeful elect. It's Shalom. Just wanted to go into a quick video entitled Pray for Mercy in These End Times to Come. Because when you meditate and think upon the judgments that's coming, when you read the Holy Scriptures and you see everything unfolding exactly how the Most High has prophesied that He will do, His word shall surely come to pass. His words are pure. Let's go ahead and get that real quick. Psalms 12:6. The words of the Lord Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai are pure words, as silver tried in a furnace of earth, purified 7 times, and that means a complete number of times. It could be 1,000, could be 1,000,000 times over. The Most High's words are infinitely pure, and so all the words in the Holy Scriptures are faithful and true, and the prophecies are of a certainty to come to pass. And when we think about it, think about the judgments to come. It's a very, it's a very terrible thing. As the Most High's, the Hebrews and the ancient Hebrews called the Most High Allah Shatya, which means terrible demon like power. Because when the Most High lets go of his when he lets his fury and wrath. Releases his fury and wrath, it's a very terrible sight, to behold. So we need his mercy, when that time comes, because if it was terrible then, how much when the prophets always received the visions and prophecies from the Most High about the end times, and then they were all, shook up about it, So like Ezra said, who will deliver me in those days? Say, woe is me, woe is me. That's in the book of Second Ezra, I believe, in 16. Or I would have to look that up. But the prophet Ezra said that. So Psalms 12:8, this is a good one here. I just seen this one. It says, the wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. And vilest mean the most filthy. And who's the most filthy? The so-called white race. And that's why you see wickedness thriving in the earth. Because why? The vilest men are exalted, meaning the so-called white man. Our women foolishly love him and hate their brother. Right? They were stuffed on cargo slave ships. Their ancestors with the so-called black man, not the so-called white man. But they love him like he was on the boat stuffed on there with her. And that's the deception and the cunning, deception and deceit of the devil. That's beguiled our women. The serpent from the garden got Eve again. The daughters of Eve are the so-called blacks, Latino, and Native American women, and they all love the serpent and hate her brother now, which is an abomination. Salak, you just got a little bit of water there. So we'll start here at the book of Hebrews. So we need to go ahead and seek the Most High 10 times harder as we've fallen off, right? And now we need to seek the Most High and hope that He receives us in the name of Yahweh Shai. Through Yahweh Shai, we get received and accepted to receive that mercy from the judgment that He's about to rain down. As He's in the midst of beginning, to rain down now. All of these natural disasters and, these wars breaking out and famines, as it's going to intensify. Hebrews 4:16. Let us therefore come boldly unto the throne of grace. And that's through Yahweh Shai. He's blessed us to come into this grace period to get ourselves right, to seek the Most High, that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in time of need. And we're coming in the most we're going to be the most needy in the history of our existence, because judgment, end time judgment, is about to unleash. We're going to be in need, for food, water, and protection, and guidance in these last days. So, Lord willing, we have our guardian angel protecting us in the name of Yahweh Shah. So, with that seal, and of approval from the Most High, Isaiah 55:3, incline your ear and come unto me, hear, and your soul shall live. So, what are we listening to? The words of the Most High and His commandments, having faith. And I will make an everlasting covenant with you, even the sure mercies of David. And we will have the sure mercies of David. And what's that representation of? The house of David, which is the elect. That will be, the elect body of Yahweh Shah, the 1/3. Behold, I have given him for a witness to the people, a leader and commander of the people, to the people. Behold, thou shalt call a nation that thou knowest not, and nations that knew not thee shall run unto thee because of the Lord Yahweh thy power, and for the Holy One of Israel, for he hath glorified thee. And this is at the end, all heathen nations, they're going to, flow into the Israelites, and that's how they're going to be blessed, in the kingdom of heaven. But that's the end result. And they may even try to search and find us and seek us out, in these times to come, because they're going to realize that the Israelites, those people that were slandered by the media and all the, the scoffers and gainsayers, that they actually, everything's coming to pass as they said it. So we're going to see how everything unfolds here. And the Most High, because the Most High hath glorified his remnant, the elect, first and foremost, in the name of Yahweh Shah. Verse 6, seek ye the Lord Yahweh while he may be found. See, that's because right now he can be found right now. And then that's going to happen. And then when he can't be found anymore, that's why they're going to be seeking out, right? Because they can't, because it's not just readily at their fingertips with the internet right now. So get it while before the famine of the word comes. Seek ye the Lord Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai, and he will have mercy upon him. See, that's that mercy. And to our power, for he will abundantly pardon. So the Most High will abundantly pardon the Israelites, the remnant that's going to return unto the Lord. Salaki, give me one moment. Okay, Salaki, I just had to check my memory so this recording won't cut out on me. So we were right here at the end of verse 7. The Most High, he will abundantly pardon, because the Most High, he delighteth a lot more in mercy than he does in judgment. And let's go ahead and get that. I had a couple precepts. Real quick, let's get 1 Samuel chapter 3 and verse 11. And the Lord Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, said to Samuel, behold, I will do a thing in Israel, at which both the ears of every one that heareth it shall tingle. So, Most High, when they hear that, what's going to make it tingle? The judgments of the Lord to come. So we hope that the Most High, the terrible, horrible judgments to come in these last days are going to be even worse than those, than those times. Because the Most High judged Israel, repeatedly, because Israel consistently went off, and they had to be, the wages of sin is death, and then the Most High had to bring, judgments upon the Israelites. But it's going to be the worst in these last days. So Habakkuk chapter 3 and verse start at verse 3. Yahweh in the name of Yahweh came from Teman, and Teman is like the chief, like wise man of Edom. So these are the Edomites. The German scientists, they the ones that created those those nuclear missiles, right? The Oppenheimer is a movie that came out last summer called Oppenheimer that went into showing how they had, the story of how Oppenheimer had created that atomic nuclear bomb, and they've perfected it now. And the Holy One from Mount Paran, Salah, his glory covered the heavens, and the earth was full of his praise. Verse 4, and his brightness was as the light. He had horns coming out of his hand, and there was there was the hiding of his power. This is going to the chariots, the so-called UFOs. In the last days when they come, chariot laser beams are going to be shot, as well. Before him went the pestilence, and burning coals went forth at his feet. So it was burning coals, that's fire. So spiritual laser beams from those chariots. So this is a parabolic chapter about the end times, the judgments and salvation. And see, even they even know that this was going into that right there. See what the headline title say, what Yahweh's deliverance of his people, and that's going into the deliverance of salvation in the last days. So it's going to be very terrible times. Verse 16. When I heard, my belly trembled, my lips quivered at the voice. Rottenness entered into my bones, and I trembled in myself, that I might rest in the day of trouble. See, why would he rest in the day of trouble? That's going into the last days, because he's going to be alive again. That's regeneration in the last days. He's hoping that he rests and don't have to deal with the end time judgments. In the day of trouble, when he cometh up into the people, he will invade them with his troops. That's going to the host of heaven, the armies of heaven. The chariot's going to be filling the skies, and going to be in full reveal mode. Going to be a full revealing of the chariots and their terrible powers that they, rain down with those judgments. And so we'll go to verse 2. O Lord Yahweh, I have heard thy speech and was afraid. O Lord Yahweh, revive thy work in the midst of the years. In the midst of the years, make known. In wrath, remember mercy. So, the prophets were afraid when they hear the judgments of the Most High, especially the end time judgments, and they just hope the Most High have mercy, and that's what we need. And you pray for that mercy as the prophets is requesting as well. And we receive that mercy through Yahweh Shah in this grace period. So Micah 7 and verse 18. Who is a power like unto thee, that pardoneth iniquity, and passeth by the transgression of the remnant of his heritage? So that's the remnant. That's a buzzword for the 1/3 elect of the Israelites. He retaineth not his anger forever, because he delighteth in mercy. You see, that's that mercy, and you want to make sure you have your portion of that mercy, and beg and pray to the Most High for that mercy, because it's about to get real bad out here. Verse 19. He will turn again, and what does that mean? Because he turned away from us. He's going to turn back unto us and have that mercy through his only begotten Son. He will have compassion upon us. He will subdue our iniquities. I mean, he's going to do away with them. He's going to, throw them away and not hold it against us, because we're in this filthy flesh and we deserve death, but it's his mercy. Why? Not because we're special, but because the Most High delighted in mercy. And thou wilt cast all their sins into the depths of the sea. That's going to also, the thermonuclear missiles, that sea of fire. Thou wilt perform the truth to Jacob and the mercy to Abraham, which thou hast sworn unto our fathers from the days of old. Because the Most High's words are infinitely pure. As we read in Psalms 12 and 6, because the Most High is a man of his word. As much as as sure as his word of judgment coming down upon wicked evildoers is going to surely come to pass, then the mercies and the truth and the covenant that he promised to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, our forefathers, and the mercies will surely come as well. To the remnant of his heritage, the elect 1/3. Isaiah 25:8. He will swallow up death in victory, and the Lord, the Most High Power Yahweh, will wipe away tears from off all faces. That's a beautiful thing. That's the Most High having being gentle and having mercy upon the elect. And the rebuke of his people shall he take away from off all the earth, because that's part of the curses of Deuteronomy 28, where a proverb and a byword thou shalt be, going by the names of nigger, wetback, spick, every defiled, filthy name that these people, thugs, these, we have a horrible reputation right now. It's the Most High that allowed it to occur, because we were wicked and we had deserved that proper recompense. For the Lord Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, hath spoken this. He is always into his word, because by his word he formed everything that we see, and his wisdom, and his word is of a certainty. Whatever he says is going to occur. So Revelation 20 and verse 14. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire, and that's that sea of fire. We're going to do away with our sins, and it's all wickedness and filth is going to be burnt up. But we're going to be pardoned, the hopeful elect. We're of the hopeful elect. The elect will be pardoned. Their sins will be tossed away. The Most High will cast them away. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. And Habakkuk 2:5, speaks about who's as death and hell. Chiefly is Esau Edom. He has that skull and bones. He has caps with the skull and bones on it. He has a skull and bones fraternity in college. That's where George Bush and with John Kerry, all of these politicians, they go through these fraternities, Skull and Bones, and it's a movie. It was a movie. I think it's called Skull and Bones. I forget the guy's name, but also the co-star was Paul Walker, where they show how it goes down. The secret society of the Skull and Bones, and so their death and hell, they glorified that, right? And they have those wicked bikers. They have those leather jackets, and you see they always got skulls on them, and fire coming out of the sockets of the skull cranium, right? So their death and hell chiefly. So verse 14 again, and death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. That's the thermonuclear missiles. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. So that remnant is going to be in the book of life, and they will be exempt from the second death, which is by fire. The thermonuclear missiles and the chariot laser beam fire we saw, read in Habakkuk chapter 3 about the coals from his feet went forth the coals of burning fire, right? Roughly paraphrasing. So Matthew chapter 11 and verse 28. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden. See, the elect are heavy laden, with the trials and tribulations and going through these trials, and it's a heaviness, and we're greatly vexed in this place, and catching it, by killing the old man every day, and living and offering ourselves up as a daily sacrifice, And I will give you rest, and that's the rest that we're about to receive. We receive rest. We give it to the Most High and continue to fight and get through it until the Most High wipe away our tears from our faces in the day of salvation. But take my yoke upon you and learn of me, and this is Yahweh Shah. Because either you're enslaved to Satan and the flesh, or you enslaved to the Most High and Yahweh Shah in the name of Yahweh Shah. In righteousness. Either you're a slave to wickedness or you're a slave of righteousness. That's why I believe it was Paul said he's a prisoner of Yahweh Shah. For I am meek and lowly in heart. You're not going to be proud. Yahweh Shah not proud and arrogant like the so-called white man. it's an egregious thing, suffering, a man over you. The so-called white man rule over us with great pride and great rage. For I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. See, this slavery and imprisonment into Yahushua is a peaceable one. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. So, because all you do is just fear the Most High, love the Most High with all your heart, and love your brethren as yourself. That's a very easy, light thing, because that's what this life and existence was supposed to be from the beginning. But sin entered into the earth through the woman, Eve, as scriptures say. But that's a whole other topic. But just wanted to go into something real quick. Pray for mercy in these end times to come, because it's ramping up and it's going to intensify more and more. And just remember that if you're of the elect, then you will receive the sure mercies of David. So with that being said, hope this video was edifying. The waters of the Rachak Wadash Basham Yahushua. Another video. Until next video, I say, Shalom.